Welcome. My name is Dr. Heidi Silver-Paquilla. I am the Adult Education Coordinator at the Virginia Department of Education. Let's take a closer look at the adult education students we served in program year 2020-2021, a most unusual year. Throughout the recording, feel free to stop the video and reflect on your own program's data and experiences from last year and in the current year. Overall, programs served 14,872 adults. 10,377 were classified as participants once they had accrued 12 hours or more of attendance in a period of participation, or a POP. 4,495 adults were enrolled but did not accrue 12 hours of attendance. These numbers come from NRS Tables 2 and 2A. Slide 4 shows enrollment by program types, taken from NRS Table 3. Adult Basic Education, Adult Secondary Education, English Language Acquisition, and Integrated English Literacy and Civics Education. Something interesting here is the decline from the previous program year in the percentage of English Language Acquisition participants. In program year 2019-2020, ELA accounted for 41% of our student population. In program year 2020-2021, ELA accounted for only 25% of participants. Program year 2020-2021 was a very challenging year for correctional education, as many facilities were closed to outside service providers all or part of the year. This slide shows that we only served 252 correctional education students. 87% of those participants were served in adult basic education classes, 13% were in adult secondary education. 73% of these participants were males and 27% female. These numbers are from NRS Table 10 and the Student Funding Source Export. Slide 6 shows our enrollment by ethnicity and race categories, taken from NRS Table 2. This chart shows that adult education is a minority-majority program, serving 74% people of color. Of note, there was a drop in enrollment share of Hispanic students to 36% in program year 2020-2021 from the previous year, when it was 44%. This is likely correlated to the drop in English language acquisition program type share we saw on slide 4. Slide 7 displays enrollment percentages by age groups, taken from NRS Table 2. Again, as in previous years, our largest age category was 25 to 44 years old, and all age categories are nearly the same as in previous years. Slide 8 shows us the percentage of students by employment status, taken from NRS Table 6. Despite the great number of people who were unemployed last year, nearly half of our students, 49%, reported being employed while they were enrolled. This is only slightly lower than the 53% reported in program year 2019-2020. Slide 9 is a look at the self-reported barriers to employment that students shared with programs. These barriers are reported on the statewide performance report. The most common reported barriers are those at the bottom of the chart: low income and long-term unemployment, which is more than 6 months. Integrated Education and Training, or IET, is a programming model that we continue to prioritize as the resulting academic, workforce, and occupational skill gains and industry-recognized credentials can set students on a more stable economic path. We are proud of our programs for all the work they did in program year 2020-2021 to continue to offer IET courses for students. The chart at the bottom right shows that the percentage of students participating in IET has grown each year as we've offered the option, reaching 11% of all enrolled students in program year 2020-2021. IETs were offered in the occupations of healthcare, construction, information technology, hospitality and accommodations, manufacturing, and customer service. Slide 11 is another way to look at IET participation in program year 2020-2021. IET by age as a portion of the age group's total enrollment. And this is taken from NRS Table 3. This chart shows that of all the 16 to 18-year-olds served, 13% were enrolled in an IET. Similarly, 16% of all enrolled 19 to 24-year-olds were enrolled in an IET. These percentages at the younger age levels are higher than previous years, as programs prioritize recruitment of young adults to get them connected to these accelerated, contextualized, and intensive programs. Slide 12 is a look at the adult education workforce, not the students, and is taken from NRS Table 7. This shows the high percentages of part-time employees in various categories in the adult education programs, including 94% of the teaching workforce. This slide shifts our focus to GED testing data for adult testers, showing the trends of testers, passers, and completers for the past 3 years. While there were testing center closures, Virginia saw nearly the same number of passers as the previous year, due in part to the successful implementation of the option for online proctored testing. Slide 14 shows us some demographics of the GED test takers in program year 2020-2021. To note, not all GED test takers are enrolled in adult education programs. Take a moment to pause and look at these demographics and compare them to your enrollment data. Of interest here is that 50% of testers were between the ages of 16 and 24 years old. The National External Diploma Program, or NEDP, is another secondary credential option offered in Virginia. This slide shows enrollment and graduate trends of the program for the past 3 years. All NEDP students are enrolled in adult education programs. This slide shows the demographic makeup of NEDP students in program year 2020-2021. This online, self-directed, competency-based program drew a higher percentage of women and employed students than state averages. And finally, we're proud of our program's efforts in program year 2020-2021 to serve students and communities despite the many, many challenges due to the pandemic. Feel free to reach out to any member of our team as shown on this contact slide. Thank you.